why women can be the kindest, the sweetest person on the earth, will give her last, and you know women, we good for that, and still be disliked. I got to talk about that because that is something that I battle with a lot. People want to take advantage of you too, right? Because they like, oh child, she was just nice. Sometimes people think you're kind, take your kindness for weakness. They think that you're doing things because you want their love or their validation. But sometimes that's just who you are. Or sometimes you probably was a person like me that was mean and selfish, right? And I didn't want to be that person anymore. And I noticed there was so many women that needed help that I wanted to do the opposite, right? And so people took that as, she must be got low self-esteem. Why she go over and beyond for people? Because I do exactly how God does me. I don't do what I want people to do to me. I do treat people respectfully because I want them to respect me. I do those things, but I'm saying nobody can bless me. God will use you to be a blessing, but my blessings come from God, right? So I wanted to talk about this because this is something that I'm like, this is me. And so you can do all of the kindest thing, and you can be in relationships and be a kind person. I'm talking about friendships and things like that. You can be on your job and people will think like, I don't like her, something phony about her. I've had that say, I'm like, why? Oh, you just come in here when I worked in the salon, and if you run out of product, oh, you can use my product, it's fine. Oh, why is she doing that? So a lot of people, when you're kind and you're caring, that's foreign to them. Now, I know for me, growing up in Miami, I remember we were in Orlando. I first moved to Orlando. And I remember we were driving around neighborhoods trying to find a place to buy a home. And we were driving down this new neighborhood, and it was like, ooh, it was nice, the houses. The same house that is here in Miami was $1 million. That house was like $289, right, at the time. So we were driving down the road to look at the different neighborhoods, and people would come out and they would wave at us. And we was like, what's wrong with them? Because it's foreign, right? They were being kind and hospitable. We didn't even get out of the car. It was just like, hi. And yeah, it was black people too. Like, you're like, oh, yeah. No. It was just a mixture of people. And they were just happy. And they were kind. And it was foreign to us. We was like, what's wrong with them? But we start waving. But we was looking at them like, right? Because in Miami, if you ride down the neighborhood, we like, what they doing? Who they trying to get? Even in the suburban neighborhoods, don't let them fool you. So a lot of time, kindness is foreign to people. Another thing that people have a problem with is if you walk, and I just did a video on that, if you have confidence, if you're sure in yourself, you're not looking for validation. You say things very direct and correct. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just having the education of things, but you say things and you're sure of yourself. People look like, oh. Or you can compliment yourself. I said, oh, yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, I thought that would look great I thought my hair would look great with that, whatever. Or you would say, yeah, I'm very skilled in that. Or somebody may compliment you. I have a friend like this. It is hilarious. They say, oh, my God, we're doing a movie. And they were like, oh, my God, you did great. He said, yeah, I know. But it wasn't out of arrogance. It sounds like, but he's like, yeah, I know. I did great. I was like, man, I was proud of myself. And everybody was like, oh, but I like that. They felt that way because much respect. You don't know what I went through to get here, to have the confidence in myself. He's saying to you too, I don't need y'all to pat me on my back. I pat myself on my back. I love myself, right? So I love the fact that confidence is included in this. You can be the most kindest, sweetest person, but if you have that kindness and you have confidence, they got a problem. All right, so we talk about that. We got the kindness. You have it was something else. You have the confidence, the beauty. Oh, Lord. You ever seen a guy? Now, I knew this guy. He ended up getting killed. He was in high school. That guy was beautiful, y'all. He was chocolate, dark skin, curly hair, and all the girls liked him. His name was LaVanna Scott. He ended up passing away. But his name was LaVanna Scott. I'll say his name. And this was I think we was in 9th grade. He was a gentleman, kind. He wasn't really into superficial stuff. His girlfriend played basketball. She wasn't like the top girl with the, the 8 feet. No, he didn't like all of that. And he was very like, hey, how you doing today? Just a caring person. But if you look at how handsome he was, you would be like, that don't match up. But it's a lot of people are like that because they're treated a certain way because of their aesthetics, that people think they might be snobs. They think they're better than other people. And a lot of times they don't. And they get mistreated because of their beauty. So I love the fact that you will meet so many people that are not just beautiful on the outside, but have that beauty inside. And people would dislike them. They can't even tell you a good reason why they dislike them. But they dislike them. It could be their figure, especially with women, honey. We got a bunch of videos on us hating on one another. But that's one of the biggest things. Is like you can be this attractive person and you can be confident in yourself and you're not looking for validation. You can walk in a room and I don't care if nobody compliments me. I'm okay. And people dislike that. They prefer you to be like them, that goes along with the flow of everybody else. What's everybody thinking today? What's everybody wearing today? How's everybody doing their hair today? Why you not like that? Right? So people have a problem with people, whether you realize or not, especially when it comes to, when I'm talking about women. We can be catty and we can be all these different things, but you have this person that may be educated. They have the confidence. They have the skill sets. They have the gift. That's the other thing. I was like, I know I'm missing something. So it's confidence, kindness, beauty, and your gift. A lot of times spiritually, spirits can see your gift, right? So you may be on a job and your boss is treating you like crap. And you're like, why is she like that with me? It's probably because she can see your skills. She can see how you treat people. She can see like other people like you. A lot of people on jobs, they don't like when other people like you and they the boss, but you may have the gift of a leader. You ever seen somebody, I always say this, I was like, oh God, I'm a leader. Listen, when you're a leader, when you have the gift of whatever it is, you don't have to tell nobody. When you walk in that room and you walk in with that kindness, the confidence, really that confidence, oh, people already know who you are. They just waiting for you just to say it. And a lot of times they don't even say it. They just talk about what they do. Like they talk, if they're there for some type of meeting or conference and you hear them talk, you're like, that's a leader. If they're not a leader, we know in a little bit they'll be a leader, right? So people they get angry that you have a gift, whether it's a gift in singing, whether it's a gift in the church. Maybe you have a gift where you do things for people. You know how to make people feel good, whether you sew clothes, you cook or whatever. You have women that get jealous over those different things. They just like you for that. Or maybe you're a girl that love fashion. You always have your hair done. You're fashionable. You never look like everybody else and they can't stand you. Or maybe you're a quiet person and you're attractive and you're confident, but you're just a quiet person. But when it's time to turn it on and show my gift, people don't like you. Oh, she don't talk to nobody. Maybe you should talk to her and see. Everybody got a story. So I wanted to make this video. I know y'all got some stories to talk about when it comes to this. Why women can be the kindest, the sweetest. They can be confident. They can have beauty. They can have gifts, right? All those things, and people will still, women especially, will still dislike you. And y'all don't come on here talking about, oh, it's not just black women. It's not just women. I know that. I'm talking about my experience. Please, the YouTube channel is for self-expression. If you agree with it, you do. If you don't, just scroll. I promise you I won't be offended. I won't even know that you scrolled. So just do that. You know what I mean? But I pray that this video helps you. Please talk about it, comment on it. I would love to hear some of your stories and just bring some of this thing out to talk about it. Because maybe you're a person that's struggling with that. Like, I done everything at this job. Or I done everything at this church. Because church people can be the worst. can be the worst. And they always tell you about the scripture about love your neighbor, but they don't love their neighbors, honey. A lot of them, right? So, I'm saying that, and that was bold of me, but I can say it because I've experienced it, right? But I'm saying to you is that you might be struggling with that. You're like, I don't know what else to do. And you're praying to God and you're like, what else to do? And God's saying, ain't nothing for you to do. I gave you that gift. How many people hated David? David had it hard. People didn't realize that he was a king and he had all these wives and concubines. He had it, but the kids was always bringing him problems. But people envied him, and people didn't like the fact that he was a king, right? So I'm saying all of this to say to you is that sometimes there's nothing you can do. You just have to walk in your kindness, your confidence, your beauty, and your gift. And everybody else, let them fall in line. Either they like it or not. Either way it goes, God's purpose is going to happen. I pray this video helps you. And again, subscribe. Please share the videos. I keep forgetting to say that. Subscribe and share the videos. Thank you all for those who have. And I'll see you next video. Bye.